That was a pause, y'all. Verse 3.
And no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth in the realm of the dead, Hades, was able to open the scroll or to take a single look at its contents.
Now, sidebar, why would God do this to him? What was the holdup? What was the delay? The holdup was he had eyesight, but he had no insight. He's looking for the human form, Jesus, to appear. Because he doesn't see the Jesus he met in the earth, and he ain't showed up, in his mind, I gotta be in the wrong place. And can't nobody open this book? It's gotta be something serious in this book. We got 7 locks on it. What's the reaction?
You're my God. There's none like you.
Yes, God.
None like you. None like you. You're my God. You make all things new.
Yes, God.
Yes. All things new. You make all things new. You're my God. We worship you.
Yes, God.
Worship you. Worship you. You're my God. Bow down and worship Him. Worship Him.
Yes, God.
Oh, worship Him. Bow down and worship Him. Worship
Yes, God.
Him. Oh, worship Him. Consuming fire, sweet perfume, His awesome presence fills this room. Consuming fire, sweet perfume, His awesome presence fills this holy There's none like you, Lord. You make all things new. You make all. There is none, there is none, there is none. And thou, so and thou, so come. And thou, so come. And thou, so come. And bow down.
Yes. In this same atmosphere. Praise God. So good to see all of His people today. Thank you for His mercy and His grace one more time. Thank you for His keeping power. Mother Deborah and her family. Acts chapter 26, verse 16. Acts 26:16.
But arise and stand upon your feet, for I have appeared to you for this purpose, that I might appoint you to serve as my minister, and to bear witness both to what you have seen of me, and to that in which I will appear to you.
Come on.
Choosing you out, selecting you for myself, and delivering you from among this Jewish people and the Gentiles to whom I am sending you.
Verse 18.
To open their eyes that they may turn from darkness to light and from the power of Satan to God, so that they may thus receive forgiveness and release from their sins, and a place and portion among those who are consecrated and purified by faith in me.
Amen. You may be seated in his presence. I want to talk about answering the call of the Lord.
Right.
Answering the call of the Lord. Now, how ironic, most of us in the age of smartphones, and even before smartphones toy, they had what was known as caller ID. Do you know no one just answers the phone anymore, Kenny?
All right.
We answer the call after just the way that I figure out who's calling me. We're so selective. Which is why God better not ever call from an unidentified number. Because if he does, he's going to voicemail. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Watch this. Isn't it ironic? As we move into 2020, many people are gonna miss the move of God because you don't recognize the number.
All right.
We know as a people, if I don't know the number, I'm not answering the call. But it can be important. If I don't recognize the number, we don't know no 800 folk. None. We generally know if it's just a number show up, that's your first problem. That means you ain't programmed in my phone. That's a real giveaway. And every now and then we run the risk and answer. Is this PH? Oh, see right there. See? Yeah, you know how I say my name? Click. Yeah. I know you don't know me. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I want you to know that God has been ringing some of our lines for a long time. And some of us have yet to answer the call. And so God said, that's all right. Let them know I'm going to be the one calling so they can quit dodging my phone call. Answering the call of the Lord. I love it. We answer his call, Toy, when we are in a place, in a position to simply tell folk what the Lord has done for me.
All right.
See, yeah, study all the Bible you want. Remember all the verses you want to remember. But your best testimony is going to always be what has God done for you.
All right.
Because after all, in most cases, Alexander, what about you and God? And if you can't tell that story, you can't tell no story.
Right. Right.
Watch this. You know, when you're telling people about your past and where you've been and where you come from, folk have the nerve to say, you know, say, I just don't believe that. I don't believe you went through none of that. You know what? I wasn't really telling you this for you to believe. I'm just telling you my story. Because newsflash today, I really don't care if you believe it or not. I know it to be true, Brother Jared, because guess what? I lived it. Watch this. We ought to feel the same way when we talk about what God has done for us. No, you weren't there when God was saving me. You weren't there when God was with me in the club. You weren't there when God was with me in the dope house. You weren't there when God was with me at the whorehouse. You weren't there when I Watch this. Paul is on trial in Acts 26. And while he's a highly educated man, he has several degrees. When put on the spot and given the opportunity to speak for himself, Rick, this is what he says. This is what I got to say about in court today. If you go back up to verse 14, even 13, he says, when I was on the road at midday, something happened. He says, I'm on my way somewhere to handle my business that I thought was my business. And I mean, I got my mind made up. But I'm on my way there to do my thing. Something happened. I wish I was just talking about Paul. You know, because most of us, we was on our way somewhere.
That's right.
I mean, and we was prepared to do our thing.
Yes,
But God showed up. Ain't you glad God showed up? He said, look at verse 13.
When on the road at midday, O king,
Watch this.
I saw a light from heaven, surpassing the brightness of the sun,
Wow.
flashing about me and those who were traveling with me.
Isn't it amazing? Paul is out of town to put Christians in jail, and if there's any resistance, kill them. He ain't for God and ain't on God's side. But God does not discount his past because he knows he's operating on faulty information.
All right.
Ooh. See, the church that he was affiliated with had taught him wrong. When you teach folk wrong, they live wrong. But if you teach folk right, they'll live right. Everybody hear nothing I'm saying? God was willing to give him a shot when the church wasn't. Because the folk in Damascus were scared of heard he was coming. Everybody had taken cover. But God said, while y'all running from it, I'm going to go to it.
Right.
He says, I saw a light brighter than the sun. I don't know how you can see that. Watch this. Watch this. Look at 14.
And when we had all fallen to the ground,
See, watch this, y'all. God was only interested in saving Paul, but when you encounter God, it affects the whole room. Now, see, they just fell down because of the sun and the brightness of this light. Paul said, but something happened to me. Watch this.
I heard a voice in the Hebrew tongue saying to me,
Wait. Ain't that amazing God know your language? You ain't ready for this. See, Toy, if all you do is cuss, you ain't ready for this. Do you know God can talk to you in a language you can understand? Y'all too much church, that's okay. Watch this, watch this. You know what language Paul spoke? It's right there in the text. Hebrew. That was his native tongue. So God says, if I'm going to talk to you, let me talk to you in a way you can understand. See, y'all finna miss God. God ain't finna come around talking about thee and thou and whereas and wherefore and thee and thou and which and no, because you don't talk like that. See, you're finna get shocked when God come to you. Well, you type Ebonics and you talk Ebonics. Let me go talk to you in a way that you can understand. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be doing this to God. What did he say? Oh no, you understand God. Because he spoke Hebrew, he said, I heard a voice in the Hebrew tongue saying to me what?
Saul, Saul,
Come on.
why do you continue to persecute me, to harass and trouble and molest me?
Here he comes.
It is dangerous and turns out badly for you to keep kicking against the goads, to keep offering vain and perilous resistance.
You've been fighting me. Don't know you've been fighting me. He called him by name. Watch this. But they're having this conversation while they're on the ground. You know, most of us miss the conversation of God because we want to talk to God when we're up. God says you hear better when you've been humbled.
All right.
Watch this. Now they're all on the ground, but they're only talking to Saul. Watch this. See, when you've had a real encounter with God, you ought to have questions. Look at verse 15.
And I said, who are you, Lord?
He didn't know he answered his own question.
And the Lord said, I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting.
Why did he interrupt this man this day? Because, see, Saul, who's going to be Paul, knew church.
All right.
He knew church people. And he knew church protocol.
Right.
But he didn't know Jesus. After all, how could he know Jesus? Because when he went to church, they didn't know him either.
Yeah.
It's hard to introduce somebody to somebody you don't even know.
Right.
Jesus said, see, we've never met. Because see, I know if we have a chance to meet and encounter each other, you're going to feel differently about me than how you have been feeling.
All right.
I am Jesus whom you are persecuting. Watch this. See, when you have an encounter with the Lord and you find out who he really is, here comes the assignment. Look at verse 16.
But arise and stand upon your feet.
Uh-oh.
For I have appeared to you for this purpose.
I didn't just show up so you could have the hair on your head stand up. This wasn't about a tingling moment. I showed up in your life for a reason. Yo, God did not just save us so that we can say we saved and go skipping down the road. He saved us for a purpose.
Right.
He said, watch this. But before I give you an assignment, I need you to understand something. While the light may have humbled you, I don't need you working down. I need you working up.
All right.
Oh, God. Get up on your feet. For I have appeared to you for this purpose. What you got for me, Jesus? Come on.
That I might appoint you to serve as my minister
Uh-oh.
and to bear witness both to what you have seen of me and to that in which I will appear to you.
Did you hear that? I got a job for you. What you want me to do? I just want you to tell folk what I show you. But let me see if you got the first part. Won't you start with what I just showed you? It's right there. Bear witness both to what you have seen of me. You missed it. And to that in which I will. See, the light was just part of me, not all of me.
Right.
Can you tell that part? And if you keep up with Paul, everywhere he went, he talked about what happened on the road to Damascus and how the light blinded him for 3 days, and a man prayed and he received his sight. He always told, that's Jesus said. See, y'all watch this. When your assignment in God is right, it don't matter what folk think and guess. Long as you're clear, you're able to operate in God.
Yeah, right.
You can't operate in God if you don't know what God has called you for or what God has called you to.
All right.
Watch this. He says, I need you to bear witness to what you have seen of me, and newsflash, and to that in which I will. I'm going to show you some more, not stuff. You missed it. We keep wanting to see stuff, Kenny. Jesus said, you don't need to see stuff. Brother Paul, you need to see more of me.
Come on, man.
Y'all watch this. See, the disciples knew the Jesus in the earth. They knew the Jesus in the earth. That's all they knew. So when he gets the opportunity in Revelation 4 to go to heaven, guess what? Yeah, I've heard stories about the Father and all that. But guess what? John only knew Jesus. And that's who.
Right.
But I'm looking for the Jesus that was. But the book of Revelation says, come on. Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. I want you to see it. Revelation 1:1. See, like most of us good church folk, you think when you get a glimpse of Jesus, you know everything it is to know. Church folk are the smartest folk in the world. We spend the least time in church and the least time with God, and we read the least word, but we got answers to everything. We know answers to, boy, you even ask the question. Can I ask something? I already know what you're going to ask me. You must be psychic then. Look at Revelation 1:1. Watch this.
This is the revelation of Jesus Christ.
Watch what the Amplified Classic says.
His unveiling of the divine mysteries. God gave it to him to disclose and make known to his bondservants certain things which must shortly and speedily come to pass in their entirety. He sent and communicated it through his angel messenger to his bondservant John.
The revelation of
Jesus Christ.
You ain't seen them like this. Watch this. Go to chapter 4, verse 1. They have a whole conversation, y'all, in the earth. But at a certain point, Jesus transferred and went from. And watch this. Chapter 4, verse 1.
After this I looked, and behold, a door standing open in heaven. And the first voice which I had heard addressing me, like the calling of a war trumpet, said, "Come up here, and I will show you what must take place in the future."
Now that's what the invitation was. It's stuff going to happen. And I'm going to show it to you and explain the sequence of what's going to happen. That was the invitation. But how many know John could care less about events? If this is heaven, I know who's supposed to be up there. Watch this. Watch this. I can't read all this in that fact. He came in the Holy Spirit. All right? When he gets there, the end of verse 2 says, he saw a throne and one seated on the throne. Wait a minute. I don't know why you don't want to run with Jesus. Why didn't he take him through the back door? Why didn't they go through the servants' quarters? Why didn't he go through where the gardener is? Of all rooms, the room where God is. Let's go in here. Let's go in here first. Well, let's cut to the foolishness. Let's get right to it. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Verse 3.
And he who sat there appeared like the crystalline brightness of jasper, and the fiery sardius, and encircling the throne, there was a halo that looked like a rainbow of emerald.
Now that ain't what God was. But now, when John looked at it, this the best I can give you today. Now he ain't this. This is as close as I can tell you. Now put all these colors together. This is what you're going to get about. This is what it looked like to me. Now, while you're overcome with that, and that was an amazing thing to see, by the way, but he's not impressed, Sister Shay, because guess, he don't know God like that.
Yeah.
Verse 4.
24 other thrones surrounded the throne, and seated on these thrones were 24 elders, the members of the heavenly Sanhedrin, arrayed in white clothing, with crowns of gold upon their heads.
Imagine that. These are humans. Some he'd probably heard about. You got to have questions with these guys. Man, you're in my history. How did you make it here? I don't understand none of that. You got creatures, y'all. Now, chapter 5, verse 1. He could have stopped at the creatures. All this is too overwhelming.
And I saw lying on the open hand of him who was seated on the throne a scroll, book, written within and on the back, closed and sealed with 7 seals.
A book with 7 locks on it? What kind of book is this? Your best diary, if it had anything, it just didn't have but the one with a lock on it. And you know what? Remember, the key wasn't this big. Anybody could have just got into it. You wrote your whole life secrets in there. Well, you had a lot of confidence in that little lock. God said this book had 7 locks on it. Watch this, verse 2.
And I saw a strong angel announcing in a loud voice, "Who is worthy to open the scroll, and who is entitled and deserves and is morally fit to break its seals?"
Now after this announcement, zoom in on John. Okay. Here he comes. It's got to be the right place. That's the announcement. Because I don't know about all this other folk up here and all this other stuff going on. I know one somebody. If he can't open this book, I know I'm in the wrong place. That was a pause, y'all. Verse 3.
And no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth in the realm of the dead, Hades, was able to open the scroll or to take a single look at its contents.
Now, sidebar, why would God do this to him? What was the holdup? What was the delay? The holdup was he had eyesight, but he had no insight. He's looking for the human form, Jesus, to appear. Because he doesn't see the Jesus he met in the earth, and he ain't showed up, in his mind, I got to be in the wrong place. And can't nobody open this book? It's got to be something serious in this book. We got 7 locks on it. What's the reaction for?
And I wept audibly and bitterly because no one was found fit to open the scroll or to inspect it.
It's time to cry. Verse 5.
Then one of the elders of the heavenly Sanhedrin said to me, "Stop weeping. See, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root source of David, has won, has overcome and conquered. He can open the scroll and break its 7 seals." Amen.
Watch this. You know why the elders weren't crying? They know who he was. You know why we be crying sometimes? Because we think we're in it by ourselves.
All right.
And some form of Jesus is right there, but we're crying because I don't recognize that form.
Come on, preacher.
Man, what you crying for? Who he's describing. It's not in another room. Sister Wade, who he's describing is not the lie. He's not going to come around the corner. Look at verse 6.
And there between the throne and the 4 living creatures, beings, and among the elders of the heavenly Sanhedrin, I saw a lamb standing.
Not walking.
Standing.
He had. See, I won't sing the song. He was there.
All the time.
All the time. Watch this. But John walked right past because I wasn't looking for a lamb. I'm looking for the Jesus. But I'm in a place where it's about uncovering the Jesus you don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Y'all watch this. I ain't got time to unpack all that. Unpack it on your own. Go back to Acts 26. Yeah, just right there. Just bad. Yeah. That's how y'all do when y'all move. You packed up luggage to get there. When you get to the new house, you so excited about the new house, you just need the stuff packed up. I'm willing to unpack it later. So unpack it later. Amen. Praise God. Get a lawyer. Watch this. 26, look at 16. He says, get up now. I showed up in your life because I need for you to bear witness of what I have shown you of me and what I will show you of me. Could it be we're not saying nothing because we ain't saying nothing?
Uh-oh. Come on now. Come on.
We tell a whole lot of stuff, but how come we're caught telling about a version of Jesus that has been revealed to us?
All right. Amen.
Well, here's the acid test. What did you do with the last revelation of him he showed you?
All right.
This is what happens when we answer the call. Look at 26:17.
Choosing you out, selecting you for myself.
Oh, see, that's why we don't answer the call, because I don't want to work for God. I want God to. Ain't that something? That ain't how this works. We were not called for him to serve us. We were called for us to serve him. I chose you when I didn't have to. I selected you for and all of your whole life. What's this?
And delivering you from among this Jewish people and the Gentiles to whom I am sending you.
Wow. I called you for me.
Yeah.
Because I had an assignment for you. He tried to minister to the Jews. They weren't having it. Just like we try to minister to church folk, they ain't having it. God says, but if you would just go where I tell you to go,
Yeah.
it's folk already been waiting for that message. But you won't go where they are. What? Why are you sending me, Lord? What's going on with the folk? Look at verse 18. This is what we'll settle at. Here is the assignment.
To open their eyes that they may turn from darkness to light, and from the power of Satan to God.
Stop. Did you see it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look at it again. To open their eyes that they may
Turn.
Why don't it say that they may see? After all, isn't that the purpose of our eyes? Eyesight is for seeing. Insight is for turning.
All right now.
My God.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Let's just pray and go home. I'm in the room by myself.
All right.
Your assignment is to open up people's eyes. It's right there in the verse. That they may Insight causes me to turn because not only am I going in the wrong direction, I'm headed to the wrong destiny.
Uh-oh. Come on now.
Wow.
Eyesight won't help me.
All right.
Open their eyes that they may turn from darkness to
Right.
You know why more people in the house don't turn? Because we're more consumed with what we see and less about what we understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No man say nothing. On a golf course, periodically you'll hear this. 4! What do? Why? A ball is coming right where you standing. Now watch this, Brother Jerry. Now, folk on a golf course who understand, not eyesight, but who have.
Inside.
But like I said, when you say 4, we'll do this later. Folk with just eyesight, 4, what they talking about? Bam! That's what they talking about. That right there. 4 is not about looking. It's about just what insight does. See, when you open up a person's golf eyes and you hear that, you're not looking for the ball, you're ducking from the ball. See how you turn?
Wow. Oh yeah. That's good. Sir.
God says, see, when I open your eyes, this is not about seeing angels or devils.
Right.
It's about my ability to turn from to.
Yeah.
It says, open their eyes that they may turn from something and turn to something. It's right there in the verse, y'all. Insight is nothing if God can't get you to turn. This one in my lesson, I'm going to charge you for this. Can't write the receipt out for just in there. Exodus chapter 3. You know, Keisha, we're excited. Woo, woo! 2020 right around the corner. And if you keep missing God, you're going to be as blind in 2020 as you was in 2019. Exodus chapter 3, verse 1.
Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, And he led the flock to the back or west side of the wilderness and came to Horeb or Sinai, the mountain of God.
Where Jethro and his daughters lived and had been living right there at the mountain of God and understood it was the mountain of God, but they didn't go back there. Moses just happened to be wandering back there one day. Verse 2, what's this?
The angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, yet was not consumed.
That's eyesight. From where he wasn't in his routine, he looked. Huh. Isn't that peculiar? That bush is on fire, but it ain't burning up. Wait a minute. Let's see insight over. Look at verse 3.
And Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burned.
4.
And when the Lord saw that he turned aside, God called him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here am I.
What moved God to talk?
27.
Watch this. God spoke after insight was realized. You missed it. In verse 2, Moses ain't blind. Verse 2 described eyesight. But you see in verse 2, what do you do with eyesight? Absolutely. It was only when insight was uncovered, it says, I got to turn. Moses, but you out there with these sheep, they'll be all right. I got to turn. You know why he turned toward it? Because his eyes have been opened. When the Lord saw that he turned, not when he saw. It is said when the Lord saw that he saw, eyesight wasn't important, insight was. When I saw him turn, I knew his eyes had been opened.
Wow.
Anytime what I show you make you turn, I know you'll hear what I got to say.
All right, all right.
We want to hear God say something, but you won't. Talk to me while I'm texting, God. Forget it. Talk to me while I'm driving, God. I got places to go. People seeing things to do. Hit me up, God. In my free time. You'll never hear from God. Watch this. Go back to Acts 26. Answering the call. See, we've been waiting on calls. And dodging them, bro, because when these numbers keep showing up, I don't.
Know the number.
And so guess what?
I don't answer the phone
Even though I'm waiting,
on the call.
you know how people some of us are? Toward the person have to,
This is my new number.
this is me calling you. Answer the phone. And only then, I can't get to the conversation. What is something you calling me for? Because, John, let me tell you something. You know me. I don't be answering on no calls and all. I got to recognize the number and all this. So watch this. God got to call you from a known number.
Uh-oh.
Boy, he better never send a blessing with an unknown number. Because guess what? Watch this. Watch this. My God. To open their eyes. 18, that they may turn from darkness to light. Y'all, this is what our assignment is from God. What difference do it make? You got a nice house, a nice car, a nice job, a nice lifestyle, but you can't. You have no, you're still missing God.
Yeah.
Watch this. Not only to turn from darkness to light, but I need their eyes open so that they may turn from the power of Satan. to, you ever notice why it didn't say from the power of Satan to the power of God? You ever notice that? Look at it. God does not operate in power. I knew you jump out there and say that. He's greater than power. See, y'all watch this. Tomorrow, there are two words in the Greek that describe power. See, tomorrow, the Cowboys will play, and Dak will hand the ball to Ezekiel Elliott, and with power, he will move that ball down the field. But towards something that happened and the whistle will sound. And somebody gonna go get that ball where he dropped it and come back this way. He just ran it down there, but somebody else gonna come and put it right here.
Yeah. Come on.
He got on black and white.
Yeah.
You call him a referee. The Bible call him authority.
Come on.
Because see, wherever he places it,
That's where it's going.
I don't care whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
I just seen players, teams score touchdowns and was celebrating.
Come on now. Come on now. Okay.
They don't even say nothing. You over here all in the stands. Hey, hey. The man didn't went this way.
Yeah.
Why are you celebrating?
Boom.
And not even where you started from. He didn't went further back.
Yeah.
Y'all watch this. How did that man get to do that in the game? We didn't pay
Come on.
to see him.
My God.
We don't even know him or like him.
Yeah.
And newsflash, he don't care. He operates in a hostile environment because he understands he has authority.
Yeah. Come on.
Y'all watch this. God don't operate in power. He operates in authority.
Yes, he does.
So when the devil gets through doing what he want to do in a power realm, God says, that's far enough. I can keep reading the whole Bible to y'all. Y'all, in Job, the devil with power wanted Job bad. God said, why you ain't got it? You know why I ain't got it.
Come on now.
Playing games.
Let's go.
You got it fished in. What are you really saying, devil? You know, I can only do what you let me do. I can only go as far as you let me go. Watch this. Y'all, the devil said something. Y'all missed all of that. We pissed off the man. The devil is on my trail. If he on your trail, it's because God let him get on your trail. He can only do what God says all right. Y'all watch this. Then he determined from the power of Satan. He can do some great tricks, but he ain't God. Oh, wow. He can do some great and awesome tricks, but he ain't God. Watch this. It's not until Moses turned that he heard something from heaven. Y'all in the verse. It's not until our eyes are open and we turn from, and then when we turn to, something realizes. It's right there in the verse. When we turn, it's then that we receive what?
Forgiveness.
And?
Release from their sins.
You know why you don't believe that yet? You haven't turned. You trying to see that in his word, and you can't see it in his word, Val. You got to turn to it.
All right.
Sister Shay, I wish just anybody, I just wish anybody would get this.
Yeah. My God.
We done went to 100 Bible studies. Just show it to me, man. Just show it to me, Rosin. I got to see this. And God is saying, you'll never see it looking for it.
All right.
To see this, you got to turn.
All right now.
Open their eyes that they may turn from darkness to light and from the power of Satan to God, comma, English meaning. There's more. What we finna read, go with the turn. Watch this.
So that they may thus receive forgiveness and release from their sins.
Wait! Did God provide forgiveness for sin?
Yeah.
When Jesus died on the cross. Not just forgiveness of sin. Thank God for that 5 class. See, we want to shout, oh, he forgave me my sins. Oh, I cussed. Or I smoked. Or I tried to run you over in the parking lot. Or I smiled at you in church, but under my breath, I can't stand you. We'd be so defeated. He said, not only forgiveness of sin, but release.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a stupid question.
Thank you, Lord.
Anybody know what that is?
Amen.
I don't know why some of y'all didn't raise both hands and both feet.
Yeah.
Some of y'all should have levitated a minute when I asked that. You know it so well. What's this? It's one thing to know what debt is. Do you know what paid in full is?
Yes, sir. Yes. Come on now.
I was dodging, Brother Alexander, what I owed.
Uh-oh. Come on now. All right.
If that thing ever get paid in full amount, I wish. Hello? Yeah, this me.
What you got?
Uh-huh. No, Quintant, Burnett. That's how you say it. I'm hearing some static. You like from Arizona somewhere? You don't sound no but close. Oh, you calling from a call center. Oh, okay. Oh, you're a bill collector. Yeah, uh-huh. Oh, no, I got time. What you want? My account. You might want to check something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, I got time. Go. Play the music. Yeah. No, I didn't answer yesterday because I owed you yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm answering today because it's been
Hey.
You better ask somebody.
Thank you, Lord.
Well, you're a whole different person when your debt has been canceled. Now you will shout about a bill being paid, but you won't shout about your soul being paid. Watch this. You know why we don't shout? Because you're still looking for it in the Word.
Come on.
And you live your whole life looking at God says, if you just turn, you'll bump right into it.
Right.
He says, when we turn, we receive.
Right.
Not when we look for it.
Thank you, Lord.
Oh my gosh. Yo, I mean, you ever been driving and been lost?
Yep.
And I mean, you're just doing the best you can to find it. The more you try, the more lost you are. And if something just jump in your head, Jerry, you got help. Not the GPS in your phone or your car. You got heaven's GPS.
Yes.
Why don't you just ask God for help?
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, oh God, help me find this place.
Yeah.
And when you ask God to help, let me turn on this gas station. Can you help me find? It's right there.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. It was right there.
The whole time. Yeah.
Watch this. Watch this. When I turn, then and only then do I receive forgiveness and release from their sin. It says sin, Sister Wade. I died for it on the cross before you were born. You know, when you start a job, most of them have a benefit package, but we don't have that package. The ones we usually get, starred,
30 days.
keep adding. We don't get the kind of jobs where we signed up for it, Brother Jerry, and it started. No, I ain't never had that kind. I don't know if you got it or not. Yeah, usually you have to start and be paying into it a while, Sister Wade, and then later on,
Yeah.
they kick in. God says, see, I'm better than your child. Your benefits kicked in before you was born. I just hate nobody told you.
All right.
Yo, watch this. Watch this. It says, as soon as our eyes are open and we turn, we receive right then the forgiveness and release from our sins. Watch this. Do you know it should have been a period after sin and ended the whole story? See, God is better than the infomercial.
Right.
They all robbed from God. See, they offer you something, you know, Ginsu knives, 1999. And you're ready to buy it. They hold it. Buy right now. But wait. There's more. There's some $20 Perry knives that we're going to throw in absolutely. How many know ain't nothing? Because these knives is really worth $3. These Perry knives are worth $4. So when we get through the $19.99 for the Ginsu knives, it's covering all this other stuff. Y'all watch this. You ready to bow to the knives of the paradise. But wait! There's more. There's a cutting board. Who the point? Absolutely. And you all excited. God says, I don't know why you all excited about that. I could have just paid for your sins and released you from your sins and sent you on your merry way. But God says, hold on. There's more.
Yeah.
I not only took care of your past and your present, but I also made arrangements for your future.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. It says, and the place and
Portion among those who are consecrated and purified by faith in me.
oh my God. Did you see that? Oh my God. I got a place for you. And we just read. See, y'all, the portion, Kenny, I don't want nothing. Everybody talking about, oh, when I get to heaven. Oh, I want my robe. I want my golden slip. I want my crown. You're deceived. How could you want that above God? Amen. God just said in his word clearly, I'm yours. Didn't we just read earlier in Peter, we're a royal priest and we're a priesthood? God is the inheritance for the priest. Yeah. But it happens when someone answers the call. You gonna keep ignoring God's call? He's calling somebody right now. And because he has not chosen a recognizable number, we keep waiting on voicemail, and he didn't call to leave a message. He called to give a message.
All right.
Father, we thank you and we praise you so much that this very word has demonstrated that you are yet calling. You wanted somebody in this room today to not leave and miss your call. Thank you that the assignment isn't even difficult. We simply have to humble ourselves and realize without you we ain't nothing. And you don't keep us humble. You told us to stand up on our feet and simply tell people what you've already shown us in you, Jesus. And you said, but wait, there's more. I'm going to show you some more versions of me. So we ought to spend the rest of our days with insight over eyesight. Because when I see you and I understand what I'm seeing, Jesus, it ought to make me turn. And every time I turn, I'm turning to all that you have ever ordained for my life. Thank you that it sounds crazy to the world. But some man, some woman, some child today says, God, I'm going to stop looking for you and start turning toward you. You get the glory, all the honor and the praise. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.